All right, hey guys, how you doing? My name's Chad, and I know some people watching are friends and family. Others I might not know, or you might not know me. I've been dieting for about 20 to 30 weeks right now, preparing for my first bodybuilding competition on the 28th of November. I'm going to be doing the Lou Ferrigno Legend competition, and then followed by the Excalibur competition in December, which will be about 2 weeks after. So obviously we're dieting pretty tightly now. You might be able to get a little look at what the diet looks like here. See the cardio and the training. Lots of cardio. That's important. So I work full time. I work for HC Supply, and so obviously that consumes quite a bit of my time during the week. So the weekends are the opportunities where I can prepare myself for the week, at least for the most part. I try to at least cook enough food for about 4 days. Usually I find meats, after you cook them, you get about a 4 to 5 day window after you cook it before it starts getting not so good. All right. So I prefer Costco. I like buying in bulk, so I can cook it in bulk. I usually opt for the frozen Tyson chicken here. It runs you a little bit over $2 a pound, and I usually cook about half a bag at a time. It comes in a 10-pound bag, so I cook it about 5 pounds at a time. Given that I go through about a pound of chicken a day, gives you about 5 days worth. So I usually cook this in the oven. You get about 40 minutes at about 350. You're done. Easy day. Rice, I buy that at Costco as well. I usually cook off about 2 cups at a time. You get you a nice heavy rice maker right here. Throw you 2 cups in there with 4 cups of water. Pop it in, hit go. Do whatever you gotta do. You come back, you got rice for a good couple of days. All right. Another nice lean meat option. I like working in variety, right? I think you should get your protein from a variety of sources. Obviously, when you're dieting, you want to keep them on the leaner end of the spectrum. Pork sirloin is another good option. For this, I paid $2.18 a pound. This is pretty tasty stuff. You put a little bit of Italian seasoning in it. I throw it in my good old trusty crock pot for about 5 hours, and when it's done, you got some really tasty pork sirloin. Next, you got to have beef. Any good bodybuilder, you got to have beef. And when you're dieting, you got to keep it lean. So you can go with like filet, flank steak, top sirloin, filet mignon, and this is top round. All right. So this is vacuum sealed. This is about 9 pounds worth. So when I open up this bag, it's going to get pretty big. And so trying to store it, because obviously I'm not going to cook it all at once. I'll probably cook it at about a quarter of the time. I'll chop it up and I'll freeze it in Ziploc baggies like such. Thaw it out the night before. When you need beef, you got to kind of prep. Crock pot as well, about 4.5 hours. Put a little salt, a little pepper, whatever, season it to your taste. Throw it in there, come back 4.5, 5 hours, you're done. Easy. Costco also sells some egg whites. I use 2 cartons of this a day. The box comes with 6. Run you about $8 or $9. Ends up being just over $1 a carton. So I use that with my protein shakes in the morning. So what I usually do after a workout, you've been sweating, you've been working hard, nothing nicer than a nice shake. Throw you a little bit of ice in there, about halfway full. Get you a scoop of protein powder. I'm currently using Dimetize Elite here. It's got a combination of different proteins. Like I said, you want to get your protein from a variety of sources. So in order to supplement what you're getting from whole foods, using a protein source that has a diverse source of proteins is also important. So I'll take a scoop of Dimetize here, about half a blender of ice, and I'll throw my egg whites in there, blend it up, and it's wonderful tasting. It's something, you get a little treat after you work your butt off in the gym. Another thing that I'm using a lot of is oats. When you diet, oats usually become part of your confident diet at some point. And cinnamon becomes your best friend. So I usually, right now I'm getting about 3/4 of a cup of dry oats, and I'll mix it with a little bit of the cinnamon, Microwave it for 4 or 5 minutes till it fluffs up real nice, and you're good to go. Not eating a ton of fish right now, but when we do go for the fish, there are 2 options that I like to go for. I'm not a big salmon fan. Salmon's a little bit fatty, so you also got to watch out for that. You need to talk to your nutritionist and see what fits into your macro profile the best. Two good lean choices is obviously your tuna in a can. Not everybody likes it. It's not your favorite. That's okay. Costco also carries tilapia loins. They come frozen. They're a little pricey, usually about 15 to 17 bucks for the bag. But this is the best tasting tilapia I've ever had. If you don't like the fishy taste out of fish, that's your best friend. I would go for it. Same as the chicken, pop it in the oven, 350. This you probably only need about 30 minutes. Once they're white all the way through, you're good to go. Salt and pepper, that's pretty much all you need. Another thing, hey Bubby, this is our puppy. This is Yeti. He loves to follow me. Anything I do, he has to do it with me. So, say hi, Bubby. Can you say hi? Alright, another important tool if you're going to cook in volume, you need to get some big Tupperware. This is Rubbermaid. You can get whatever brand you want. But just realize it's only going to last you so long. It's going to crack. It's going to deteriorate. Don't spend a fortune on it. It makes no sense to spend a fortune on Tupperware. It's going to break. So, opt for decent, but don't go overboard and break your piggy bank. Another thing I've been using for my morning cardio is a little carnitine. This is also from Dymatize. I take 2 caps before I do my morning cardio, and it helps promote burning of adipose tissue. That's the stuff you want to get rid of when you're trying to show that washboard. And finally, I told you I do work full time, and I got to bring my food with me. So it's nice to be able to carry fewer bags, because if you're doing morning cardio and you're going to work, and then you're training and doing cardio in the evening, you've got at least 3 bags you've got to worry about, right? So using this, you can actually cut one of those bags out. Now you don't have to carry 2 bags. It makes it a lot more manageable. It's perfect for dieting. It comes with these cool little containers. Perfect size for the multiple meals. You can hold up to 6 meals in here. Realize I'm going to be eating some of my meals at home, so carrying 6 meals is obviously more than enough. You got room for your ice packs. You got room for your shaker tins up here. And if you flip it around, you got room for all your work stuff, the fun stuff. So, I hope I've kind of explained some of the finer sights of cooking in volume and some of the choices you have, and how easy it can be to manage a bodybuilding diet while working full time. You just realize that you have to figure out how to plan your time the best. Planning is essential, and as long as you plan ahead of time and you have a good picture of how you want to reach your goal, working full time shouldn't stand in your way. So thank you guys for listening in, and stay tuned for some more useful information hopefully.